So you want to drop some serious time in the 100 freestyle. Let's look at your training, your racing strategy, and more importantly, what you could look at after your race to see where you can improve. As far as training goes, we want to work on sprints. Sprint, sprint, sprint. If you think the 100-yard or the 100-meter is distance, you're not swimming enough yards and you're not sprinting enough yards. I'm talking sets of 25s and 50s where you are literally trying to push yourself as much as you can without letting that form break. Maybe even some anaerobic sets where you're doing 75s fast with a little bit of rest and then booking it on that last 25. Learn what it feels like when that lactic acid builds up and don't let it break your form. When it comes to the race, it's a sprint. I like to think of the 50 free as an all-out sprint. I'm going to call it an ugly sprint. The 100 freestyle is a pretty sprint, and then the 200 freestyle is a smart, controlled sprint, right? So what is the fastest you can go where your technique doesn't fall out because you're doing whatever it takes? You're conserving those legs just a little bit. You're reaching out just a little bit longer. You're thinking about that lat engagement just a little bit more for each pull. Distance per stroke matters. Your kick rate matters. Your breathing pattern matters. How much your turn efficiency matters, right? Every little thing is going to be that much more effective, and it needs to be that much more strategic in the 100 free, because if not, if you go way, way, way too fast in that first 50, it's going to be pretty hard to recover, especially for those newer swimmers. If you are a more advanced swimmer, you can sprint this with no problem. After your race, one of the best metrics you could have for your performance is looking at those splits. Those 50 splits will tell you a lot of the information you need to know. One of the kind of rule of thumb that I like to go by is look at your total time. That first 50 should be about 48% of that total time, and that last 50 should be about 52% of that total time. So say you go a 50 in the 100 freestyle, that first 50 is about a 24, and that second 50 is going to look like a 26. If you have a video, again, use this to look at your distance per stroke. What's your stroke count per lap? What's your distance per wall after every lap? What do your breakouts look like? What does your breathing pattern look like? And what do you look like in those last 15 meters? Are you exponentially dying, or are you ramping it up and going in with full power? So if you're swimming 100 freestyle soon, try out these tips and let me know how it works for you. As always, follow for more and send this to a friend who needs help.